What's up, everybody? Noki's back here for a newer video. We're going to look at what is coming out throughout the year of 2020 that we know of so far. There's probably 100 movies that we don't even know about yet. From smaller studios like Magnolia and Cinedigm and people like that. But we're going to look at what is on the IMDb release schedule for major releases. I'm going to tell you what I think how they will be, whether I think they look interesting from the trailer that I've seen. If there's not a trailer, I will pull up the film and pretty much just say whether I think it might look good or not, or whether it sounds good. So this week we have Bad Boys for Life. I haven't seen Bad Boys 1 or 2. Bad Boys 1 or 2 I will be seeing once I get the chance to see Bad Boys for Life. I will definitely be watching those sometime this year. And Doolittle I'm seeing probably Monday, because it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and my theater does have a 1 o'clock showing, or a 1:30 showing, so I thought, you want to know what? Might as well. Next week we have The Gentleman and The Turning. The Turning is the new horror film that stars Finn Wolfhard. It looks fine from the trailer. It's kind of like a modern take on the Turn of the Screw, which is fine. I am looking forward to that film. I enjoy a good horror film. The only thing that I'm afraid might happen is they won't go fully on as they could have. They couldn't have pushed it as far as they could have. They might have been restrained by the studio to try and make some more money. That's why it is PG-13 going up against The Gentleman, which looks like to be a very fun action crime comedy. Then on January 31st, we have the Rhythm section. I have not seen a trailer for the Rhythm section yet. The only thing I am seeing here is that it has Jude Law, Sterling K. Brown, and Blake Lively. All right. Gretel and Hansel. I believe it says yes. Sophia Lillis. I don't think this will get good reviews. I thought the trailer that I saw was just very generic. Looked like your generic horror film. What's the rating? PG-13? It's PG-13. My point exactly. PG-13 horror films can work, but they normally are not the best films. Now, yes, you do get exceptions, like with Insidious, and a couple other films, but most of the time, the PG-13 horror films feel like they are restrained by studios, or they wanted to just make as much money as possible and didn't care about pushing the envelope and making a better film. They're just trying to make more money and not focusing on making the best film they possibly can. With Gretel and Hansel, this will not make a lot of money. It'll probably be a box office flop. I'm gonna, well, no, it won't flop. It probably had a $5 million, $10 million budget. It'll make that back, but it won't be a big, tremendous film. Birds of Prey, I am a Harley Quinn fan. I loved Suicide Squad. I'm looking forward to this film. The trailers have really intrigued me. The Lodge is a new horror film. I believe I saw the trailer for it when it first came out, but this was supposed to be released wide in 2019. It got pushed back for some reason. That didn't really scare me all that much, because from the reviews that I've seen and heard, this is a great film. Portrait of a Lady on Fire is releasing wide on Valentine's Day, along with 6 other films. 6 films, here we go. We have Sonic the Hedgehog. That looks like absolute shit. Blumhouse's Fantasy Island. I'm scared of this film. I really love Lucy Hale. I own all of Pretty Little Liars. I loved her roles in everything I've seen her in, except for Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare was a Blumhouse horror film that could have been a lot of fun. Instead, they went for the most generic jump scare horror film trying to shock you and scare you out of your wits with teen angst and just a story that we've heard 100 times with a very cliched ending. Downhill looks like a fun dramedy with Julie Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell. I think it looks all right. We got Buffaloed, which I will be getting for review from Magnolia when it comes out in April or May. I'll get that for review. Ordinary Love is the new romance film with Liam Neeson and Leslie Manville. Haven't seen a trailer for that one yet. Brahms, The Boys 2. I didn't like the first The Boy movie. The Boy was cliched as hell. It was boring. It tried to get its motor going, and then it just flopped. It just fell flat right then and there. The Call of the Wild looks alright. It looks like a fun adventure family film with Karen Gillan and Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's trying to do something new. Trying to do something new. We also got Wes Brown in here. Omar Sy. Bradley Whitford. We got a good cast, but will this film deliver? We're just going to have to wait and see. This is one of my most anticipated films of the year. This is Emma. One of my favorite actresses working today, right behind Saoirse Ronan and Florence Pugh, is Anya Taylor-Joy. I've loved every film she's been in. She's always fantastic in the film. Thus, I look forward to her performance, but then you add on top of it that it's a period piece. It's a period piece that is a comedic drama. And it's called Emma. It just got a PG rating. It might have a 2-hour runtime. I'm looking forward to it. The trailer was really intriguing to me when I saw it in theaters. Impractical Jokers, the movie. I do not watch this show, so I don't care about that movie. I will watch it, obviously. But the film just doesn't interest me. We have The Invisible Man. It looks alright. It looks fine. I don't think it looks great. This might be them trying to get the Dark Universe going again, because they had The Mummy, and The Mummy was just a terrible... Not terrible, it was just a mediocre film. I still enjoyed it for what it was, but it's not a great film by any means. March 6th, nobody really cares about anything besides Onward and First Cow. Any film fan will tell you, oh, and The Way Back. The Way Back is the new Ben Affleck sports drama. I have not seen the trailer for it, but I think it looks alright from what I've heard about it. First Cow is the new A24 film. A24 is one of the best distribution companies around right now. You got to be excited for it. Onward, it's Disney. You got to be excited. Now we're getting into the March films. Oh boy. March 13th is Bloodshot. Not a lot of people are talking about Bloodshot. I think this could be a very fun action film leading up to Fast and Furious 9 in May. My Spy, have not seen the trailer for it. I think that this film will be very bad. Dave Bautista is not the best actor in the world, and he has actually came out and said, I'm not the best actor in the world, but if you give him a director that knows how to play to his strengths, Denis Villeneuve, James Gunn, etc. I still believe my parents are over the moon excited for this film. This is the Jeremy Camp religious movie. Based on the happenings between him and his wife. His wife gets sick. I think the trailer looks like shit. This movie looks like absolute garbage to me. It'll probably be very poorly made. I think that this movie will make a little bit of money for two reasons. Religious people will flock to this movie. And Riverdale fans. But then again, that did not help 5 Feet Apart either. With Cole Sprouse. Just because you have somebody in your film from a popular TV show doesn't mean that they will automatically flock to it. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't look good. And I don't think that I Still Believe looks good. A Quiet Place Part 2 looks fantastic. I haven't seen the first Quiet Place yet. I will before that one comes out, but I probably won't get the chance to see it in theaters. Mulan comes out on March 27th. I'm ecstatic about this trailer. I'm ecstatic about this film. It looks fantastic. It looks like a lot of fun. It's not going to have any singing in it as far as I know. It'll be a different feel from any Disney film that we've seen over the past few years. The New Mutants, if we are finally getting it, the first trailer excited me. They did reshoots apparently. Anya Taylor-Joy and Maisie Williams. Looking forward to this film. Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway. I liked the first Peter Rabbit enough to where I bought Peter Rabbit on Blu-ray, but yet I paid like $1 or $2 for it. So I mean, No Time to Die. I might just skip this film. I'm not a Bond fan. I'm just gonna come out now and say I've never seen a Bond film. I've never had any interest in Bond. I've never seen a Bond film. Maybe if I see this film, I might get into Bond. I don't know. Trolls World Tour. Do I really need to say it? I didn't like the first Trolls. I thought it was just okay for a kid's film, okay for a family film. Skipping a couple weeks ahead, we have Black Widow. It's Marvel. Of course, I'm going to be excited for it. I'm not over the moon about it. I mean, I'm not ecstatic about these spots that we've seen or the 2 trailers that we've gotten. Scarlett Johansson is one of the best actresses right now. I am going to argue that she should win Best Actress at the Academy Awards. It should not be between just Renee Zellweger and herself. It should be between Saoirse Ronan, Awkwafina, and Scarlett Johansson going on it in a triple threat. But getting away from that, we have The Woman in the Window. Amy Adams could deliver a fantastic performance. I thought this looks like a fun crime drama mystery film with Amy Adams and Julianne Moore, with Jennifer Jason Leigh, Brian Henry, and Anthony Mackie. I think it looks like a lot of fun. Then we have Scoob. Scoob looked very cute. I don't think it'll make a assload of money. And apparently we're getting Mortal Kombat, according to this. I thought that was coming out. Well, apparently they bumped it up. I don't know. We have a Saw film coming out. Still no words. Still no trailer. Still no poster or even title for it. This is going to be the week that I'm excited for. May 22nd. Fast and Furious 9 and the Spongebob movie Sponge on the Run. I'm looking forward to these 2 films. Fast and Furious 9 is going to be a fun film. It is not going to disappoint me whatsoever. I don't go into these films looking for Oscar quality or the best filmmaking ever. I go into these films looking for a lot of fun and looking for family and everything else. SpongeBob, the trailer came out. I think it looks really cute. I enjoyed the second SpongeBob movie. I love the first one. I'm a big fan of particularly the first 100 episodes, but nonetheless, Artemis Fowl. I don't know if we've gotten a trailer for it yet. I'm not over the moon about it. I think it could be all right. Wonder Woman 1984. I'm excited for. The trailer came out. I'm ecstatic about the trailer. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to June 5th. Candyman, the horror film starring I can't remember his name, but I think it is produced and written by Jordan Peele. That's what's getting me excited about it. Just Jordan Peele alone is enough to get me excited. I loved Get Out, and I loved Us equally. Soul could be a very different film for Disney Pixar. Top Gun, I've never seen the first Top Gun, so Top Gun Maverick, I'm not excited about it. I didn't really care for the trailer. I thought it looked pretty bland from what I've seen, and since the job of a first trailer is to get you excited for a movie, it didn't excite me, so I'm not excited for the film. Free Guy, it's Ryan Reynolds. I'm going to be excited. Deadpool himself. Minions 2, I hated the first Minions. I think it could be okay if they focus on Gru as a kid more, which they won't do. It'll be mostly about the Minions, but they'll mainly focus on the Minions. But I'm hoping that they take away from the Minions a little bit and just call it Despicable Me. The Rise of Gru is what I wish they could have done. Tenet, I'm looking forward to it because, come on, it's Christopher frickin' Nolan. The trailer looked amazing. Ghostbusters Afterlife, I skipped one for a reason. I think this movie looks like shit. The original Ghostbusters will only be in it for 10, 15 minutes, and then they're out of it. This film will more than likely be 2 hours, and the original Ghostbusters will only be in it for a short amount of time. I can guarantee you. Jungle Cruise, I'm excited. Morbius. The trailer got me really excited. I'm starting to wonder, is Falcon in this film? What are we going to get from it? The rest of these films, I really have no idea what I'm in for, because one, there's no trailers out for it yet. I haven't seen any of the Bill and Ted movies. The Hitman's Bodyguard, I thought was just bland and boring. I didn't really care for it, but the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard with Salma Hayek. Wow, a bigger cast than I thought. Tom Hooper, Richard E. Grant, Morgan Freeman, Samuel L. Jackson, Antonio Banderas, Ryan Reynolds, and Salma Hayek in the same film. How can I not be excited for it? There's no plot listed for it, but I'm still excited. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I'm probably not going to watch that because the Conjuring movies are horror films that I don't know if I can handle that much horror, because I'm still a newbie when it comes to horror. The Kingsmen, or The Kingsman, looked fantastic. It was supposed to come out in February. It got pushed back. I think they're doing reshoots. I was over the moon excited about it. Now I'm starting to pull back a little bit. Venom 2, I'm looking forward to Venom 2. Come on now, how can I not? I loved the first Venom. It was one of my favorite films of 2018. I thought it was wildly underrated. Some people said it overperformed. I don't think it did. I think it had the ability to be a billion-dollar film if they would have marketed it better, because this was starting to go into the horror style, and I think that's what Morbius is going for with this vampire type of a film. Death on the Nile, I believe this is a